Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick Seguil. I'm an integrative primary care doctor in the state of Illinois, and I'm the founder of Herbal 411. What I wanted to do is put together a video to negate some of the crap that's going around with regards to the COVID crisis. And there is one positive. If you're in Illinois, and maybe other states, there's one positive that's come out of this, and that is if you're on the fence with regards to getting certified for a medical cannabis card, that means having a card so that you can go to a local medical cannabis dispensary. It used to be an arduous process, a bit expensive, and you had to find a doctor that was close by, and there's not that many in the suburbs of Chicago. But now we're allowed to do this using the internet. So it still requires a face-to-face visit. Now that face-to-face visit can be in person, but at this point in time there's a lockdown in Illinois, and there's probably going to be a lockdown for most likely 2 more to 3 more months. So we can also do it via Skype, and we can also do it via telephone. So the rules are loose, but I think as long as you establish that you're a patient of mine and I review your data, then we're good. But I want to go through my keynote presentation to show you what the steps are. It's really easy. So the first thing is to have an interface with me of some sort. Now obviously, if you live close to Hoffman Estates or within an hour of the Woodfield Mall, you should be able to get to me. Again, maybe later in the year, but for now, the interface I use is Get Healthy, and this is how you get there. So this is my Herbal 411 webpage. I have a link to my medical cannabis consulting program, and that's the intro. But there's also this where you can schedule. If you like the data you see, you can schedule to have an appointment with me. I've broken it down into 3 different appointments. The first, now I'll get through this in more details in a couple slides, but the first would be for something called an MCPP card. That's a 1 to 3 year card that you hold and renew for the whole 3 years, and it allows you to go to several different dispensaries of your choice. There's also the OAPP card, which again we'll go through in detail, that gives you a 90-day window to get into the dispensary if you're just testing the waters. So if you click on one of those choices, it'll take you to a scheduling. And I still have a regular practice with Advocate Medical Group, but I do this on the side. And I usually do this on Fridays and Saturdays. I might open up the schedule a little bit, depending on what happens with the COVID crisis. If we got called into the front lines, we'll see. But so you would essentially pick on a date and pick on a time slot. Once you hit the time slot, you have a message to send to me. I approve it, and then we start talking, or we plan for the data that I need before a visit. And the data I need is documentation from another physician. I can certainly come up with a couple diagnoses based on what I hear, but because it's still federally illegal for doctors to certify, I have to be careful. So I would appreciate if I can get any notes from a prior doctor or counselor. And you can essentially upload them to your portion of the Get Healthy website. And the things that we need are the notes that fit into one of 52 different debilitating conditions that are listed on the IDPH website. And I think I'll put a link down below so you can click on the 52 different disabling conditions. For example, cancer, fibromyalgia, post-traumatic stress disorder, osteoarthritis, and there's a lot more. So you upload that to gethealthy.com, or you can fax it to me here. Just in case you can't see that, it's 847-519-0998. And I'll get it. You just have to make sure you call my phone or call the office to let me know that it's coming through. But most people do well with the Get Healthy. You take a picture, you upload it to your web page, and I can see it within a couple seconds. That's all before we meet. So the next thing also is, in case you don't have one of 52 disabling conditions, if you've had any current or prior narcotics, that would be Oxycontin, hydrocodone, Vicodin, Percocet, Tylenol with codeine, or even Tramadol. That would qualify you for at least a 90-day card. It's called the OAPP card. And here's the difference between the two. The OAPP card, and I'll get through it now. The OAPP card is a 90-day card that you have to keep on renewing every 90 days. It costs $50 to see me or to have me meet with you either in person or online, and that would be the office fee. For the state, it costs $10 to fulfill. So not bad. The only problem is you can only have one dispensary, and you can't have a caregiver be your gopher to get your product in case you're disabled. The other card, which is a 1 to 3 year card, is called the MCPP card. And I have other videos that you can access to get more details. The MCPP card, you get one time from me, and you're good for 3 years. Now, the fee for me to cover you for 3 years, because my malpractice has to be in play, is $200 of the office fee for me. The state fee for that can range from $100 to $300, depends on how many. Now, I've heard that the $300 is being discounted to $250. So that's $100 to the state for 1 year, $200 for 2 years, or $250 for 3 years. So, and here you can have a caregiver, and you can also pick any dispensary you want and switch over in midstream if you wanted to. So if you wanted to total up the sum of what you'd be spending, because of the state fee, because of my office fee, the OAPP card will come out to about $240 for 1 year. That'll have you continuously getting the card through me. And if it's through me and we still are in this COVID crisis, I can just, as long as you contact me, I can still just do this online. So you don't even have to leave your house. The total for 3 years will be $720 though. If you do the MCPP card, which is a long card essentially, it's $200 for the office fee, as I mentioned, $100 to $250 depending on the discount if they still honor it. Total for 1 year would be $300, $240 versus $300. So if you're in a pinch, you might want to go with this card. I'll give you a hint later on. Or the total for 3 years is $450. So if you're going long stretch and you have the cash, you might want to get this one. There are also some reduced fees. I can't cut back. I've already discounted severely. I'm a terrible businessman, but I've severely discounted my fee in the office, $50 and then $200. But if you have Social Security disability income or SSI or you're a veteran, you do have a cheaper rate as far as the state fee. $50 to $125, and it essentially comes out to a year is like $250, my fee and the state's fee, or 3 years is $325. So that might be doable, but most people on the disabilities don't have that much cash available. And then you have to still pay for your product when you go shopping. So I'll leave it up to you. So so that's it in a nutshell. I don't just leave you high and dry and get you certified. My objective is to help you transition the use of medical cannabis into your lifestyle and into your prescription lifestyle. A lot of my colleagues don't either agree with medical cannabis or don't know how to use medical cannabis, and there's different ways to do it. My other job is to make sure you don't spend too much money. I've seen some of my guys use a lot of money to the point of actually just having the card but going on the street because it's kind of cheaper on the street. But again, the product, I cannot suggest that. I would go with the standard, which is from the dispensary, and you can get discounts too. But so again, my objective is to give you guidance as far as education on how to use product, how to transition up off of the prescriptions, maybe onto the medical cannabis, and how to transition just to start if you're a beginner. I have 70-year-olds that use it. I have 18 and above that use it. I have fibromyalgia patients, IBS patients, cancer patients that intertwine. I have a lot of videos, so check them out on my Herbal 411 page. The other things that my company is doing is also investing in finding that there might be, or finding a way to utilize medical cannabis, mostly CBD for athletic performance enhancement, in addition to veterinary use. So ultimately, I want to do what they do in Israel, and there's a heat map in Israel for each strain and the breakdown of THC, CBD, terpenes, phytos that are in each strain. And they have a heat map that they have for the strains. They also have a heat map for the diseases in Israel. And they just match up the heat maps, and they can essentially take one plant and use it for a specific disease process, which is awesome. We don't have that in the United States because it's federally illegal. So vote properly next time. So that's pretty much it. And if you need more information, again, I want to get everybody to utilize this at least once to see how it can help. It really can help. It's not just to get you high. It's to take care of suffering, get better sleep, maybe get some inflammation down, which is so ingrained in a lot of our diseases. High blood pressure, cholesterol, heart attack, diabetes, all inflammation, osteoarthritis. So if we can control that without taking anti-inflammatory, without taking narcotics, better off, less side effects. So far, medical cannabis is not covered by insurance, but hopefully it will be soon. If you want to search me out, again, my website's Herbal411. My YouTube website's youtube.com/Herbal411. If you can zoom in on this QR code, it'll take you straight to, those of you who know how to use QR codes, it'll take you straight through to the website. Otherwise, just go ahead and hit it. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of a starting pad or a starting point for deciding. Listen, even if you don't, I take advantage because I don't know how long this online access will work. And if you're coming from a distance, I'm cheap. I've seen some of the guys in Chicago charge $295, $270. That to me sounds like a ripoff. Sorry, guys, but that's just the way I like the way this works with my patients, and I think everybody should take advantage of it. To have a stumbling block of not being able to afford at least getting the card, I think is a disadvantage. So hopefully we can all gain from this, because God knows we really need a break from this COVID crap. So if we're all still around afterward, then we'll go on to my other projects. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to me or pass this along to people that might be interested as well. And I'll see you in the next video.